Good morning, all of you. Can you hear me? Response. Yes, good morning, all of you. Good morning. Acha. Today, we will discuss the composition and structure of the atmosphere. Again, atmosphere, composition and structure. Okay, clear, all of you. Response. The board is visible. Response, yes or no? Okay. Firstly, what is atmosphere? First is what is atmosphere? What is atmosphere? Any idea about the atmosphere? Hmm? Tell me in your own language. Just don't go for the definition of the book. Just simply, what is atmosphere? Anyone? Atmosphere is the mixture of various gases, only gases. Gases, exactly, sit down. Gases, uh, dust particles, water vapor, etc. Exactly. So, we are discuss the composition of the atmosphere. That means which element is composed the atmosphere. Firstly, the composition. There are three types of element. What are the three types of element? One is gases. First element is gases. Second element is water vapor, and the third element is dust particles. Clear? Firstly, we are talking about gases. What are the gases? Okay, sit down. That means the just atmosphere is a mixture of gases. What are the gases? What are the major gases of the atmosphere? Firstly is firstly is nitrogen. Nitrogen. What is the exactly? What is the percentage of the nitrogen? It's about 78.08%. Clear? Then the second major important gas is oxygen. It's almost 20.95%. Clear? And the rest of the others is very carbon dioxide, ozone, exactly, etc. etc. Carbon dioxide is 0.033. But we have found that the nitrogen and oxygen, it's cover almost 99% of the atmosphere volume. Atmosphere of the volume. So nitrogen and oxygen, both are the major gas of the atmosphere. Yes or no? Response. Clear up to this portion, clear? And rest of the others is very less in quantity. So the major gas of the atmosphere are nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, argon, and the rest of the others is neon, krypton, helium, etc. But their percentage is very less. So basically, the gases are mainly concentrated in the lower troposphere. Lower troposphere means this portion. When we are talking about the structure, we are discuss the deep in detail. Okay. Next is water vapor. What is the composition of the water vapor? Extra, exactly. Water vapor is one of the important source of the what? Important source of the precipitation. Precipitation. And it is help to form. It is help to form cloud. Cloud. First of all, cloud. Then it is helpful to form a rainfall. Exactly. अगर क्लाउड नहीं होगा तो रेनफॉल हो सकता है. So water vapor, the average amount of water vapor is nearly 2% of the atmosphere by volume. But it may be vary from 4% in warm and wet tropic or less than 1% in dry and cold region. Why? बिकॉज दी एक्चुअली वाटर वेपर का सोर्स क्या है? वाटर वेपर का सोर्स क्या है? व्हाट इज द सोर्स ऑफ द वाटर वेपर? ocean or water bodies. Yes, so water bodies means it is situated in the earth surface. तो earth surface में जो water bodies होगा, water bodies means what are the give an example of water bodies. What are the water bodies? Exactly, sea, lakes, ocean, etc. So sea, lakes, ocean are the main source of the water vapor. And the almost it is averagely it is 4% in warm and wet tropics area and 1% in dry and cold area. Clear up to this question? All of you response. Clear? Okay. Another important characteristics, water vapor absorb the part of the insolation which is coming from the sun. What is insolation? What is insolation? Incoming solar radiation. Incoming solar radiation which is coming from the sun. जो sun से जो radiation आता है अर्थ में and reflect होकर फिर भी जाता है, it's called insolation. When we discuss the heat budget, we are discuss the details about the insolation and heat budget also. It is also included in this chapter, in this unit. So the water vapor absorb the part of the insolation from the sun and reduce the amount of reaching the earth surface. जो अर्थ सरफेस में आता, जो अगर इंसोलेशन अगर अर्थ सरफेस में आता तो अर्थ सरफेस को और ज्यादा हीट करता, बट क्या कर रहा है वाटर वेपर? इट्स हेल्प टू रिड्यूस द टेम्परेचर वन काइंड ऑफ वे में टेम्परेचर को कम कर रहा है, रिड्यूस कर रहा है. ओके. It also preserve the earth radiated heat. It also preserve the earth radiated, मतलब अर्थ से जो रिफ्लेक्ट बैक होके जा रहा है, रेडिएट होके जा रहा है, उसको भी प्रिजर्व कर रहा है. It acts like a blanket. It acts like a blanket. Blanket. Why are you use the blanket? It is exactly. It is why blanket? Because it is allowing the earth neither to become too cold, not too hot. मतलब ये वाटर वेपर की वजह से कि क्या है, अर्थ ना बहुत कोल्ड है और नॉट टू हॉट, बट एक मीडियम व्हाट टेम्परेचर को स्टेबल कर रहा है या कंफर्टेबल कर रहा है, एक कंफर्टेबल सिचुएशन क्रिएट कर रहा है. ऑल ऑफ यू क्लियर टू दिस क्वेश्चन, अप टू दिस क्वेश्चन? And also I repeat again, 4% in warm and tropic regions and 1% in cold and desert areas and the polar regions also. The actual percentage of the water vapor. Okay. The next composition is dust particle. What is the source of the dust particles? Only soil. Soil, fine soil, sea salt, pollen, smoke, soot, etc., etc. They are the main source of the dust particle, and also the particles of the materials also. So what are the source of the dust particles? What are the source of the dust particles? The source of the dust particles are fine soil, sea salt, ash, pollen, smoke shoot, particles of meteorites. Clear? Up to this question, it is clear, yes or no? The third composition of the atmosphere, that is dust particle, and what are the source of the dust particles? Okay. The amount of the dust particles in vary from region to region. What is the like example? It's more concentrated in tropical and subtropical region than polar and equatorial region. Exactly. Subtropical and temperate areas of dry and windy condition. Exactly. Temperate and the subtropical are in dry condition. मतलब dry जो weather है और फिर dry जो air है, इसकी वजह से यहाँ पे ज्यादा होता है. And the rather than equatorial and polar region. Why equatorial and polar region क्यों नहीं? Because equatorial region receives maximum rainfall and temperature. Exactly. Radiation means it's converted into temperature. Clear? Yes or no, all of you? Response. So the dust particle maximum concentrated in subtropical and temperate region due to dry climate, okay, and less in equatorial region and polar region. Next, another important characteristic is the dust particles are significant from the meteorological standpoint. What is the importance of meteorological standpoint? The importance of the meteorological standpoint is it is create or it is help to create or it is act like a hydroscopic nuclei around which water vapor condense to produce cloud. Actually, it's form one kind of hydroscopic nuclei which is helpful to the produce of cloud. Cloud means after then the cloud is converted into rainfall. So it is the major importance of respective to the meteorological standpoint. Clear? Why we are used the word meteorological? What is the meaning of meteorological? Meteorological means, I told you, it is climatic atmosphere, whatever this climate oriented phenomenon. Okay, we are used the meteorological word to relate it the atmospheric condition or whatever. Clear up to this question? The composition is clear, yes or no? Response. Tell me, yes or no? Response. Okay. Next, we go for the structure of the atmosphere. Now we are talking about the structure of the atmosphere. Firstly, structure of the atmosphere, basically the atmosphere structure divided into 5 layers. It is combination structure. What is the meaning of structure? Structure means Acha, okay. So it suppose that it is surface of the earth. Suppose that it is surface of the earth. Clear? All of you see the board. It is visible? Yes or no? Tell me. It is visible? Okay. Here it is the surface of the earth. Okay. From it is starting from the zero. The first the atmosphere it's combination of various layers. How many layers? There are 5 layers exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers. Okay. The first layer is called troposphere. The first layer is called troposphere. That means the lowermost layer of the atmosphere is called troposphere. And we see that this type of some clouds and mountain, etc., etc. So the troposphere belongs to all kind of climatic phenomena and earth surface related phenomena. Okay, it is covered the from the earth surface to approximately 13 kilometer, but according to your NCERT book, it is approximately 13 kilometer, but according to diagram, we just consider 10 kilometer. Why? Because the troposphere's height is varies. But why? Vary means it approximately 8 kilometer at the poles. It's vary about 8 kilometer about the poles and 18 kilometer about the equator. The height is vary. It's about 8 kilometer at the poles and 18 kilometer about the equator. And the temperature decrease with height. It's a normal phenomena. The temperature decrease with height. It's a normal phenomena. And what is called the normal phenomena? It's called normal lapse rate. When the height, what is the relationship between height and temperature? The height and temperature, it's the inverse relationship. When the height is increased, temperature decrease. It's called normal lapse rate. What is the rate of the normal lapse rate? It is 1 degree Celsius of every 165 centimeter. Okay, 165 meter. 1 degree Celsius of 165 meters, or 6.4 degrees Celsius of 1 kilometer. This is called normal lapse rate. Either it is 1 degree respect to 165 meters or 6.4 degrees Celsius respective to 1 kilometer. Next, another important thing is, after there is another layer, stratosphere. It is above the troposphere, but there is a middle portion, or there is a zone. No, it's called topopause. It's called topopause. Why? Because there is a changes, there is a temperature and elements are changes in this portion. It's called topopause. Pause means to stop something. We are using pause button in a remote, right? So pause means it's something stop. Temperature decrease with height, and again temperature rise in with the height. This type of phenomena found in this portion. And what is the change? जैसे हम इंटीरियर ऑफ द अर्थ में कुछ डिसकंटिन्यूटीज देखा था, उसी तरीके से देयर इज अ ट्रोपोपॉज. क्लियर? व्हेन द almost change of the characteristics from the troposphere and stratosphere. The second layer consists the stratosphere. It's about 50 kilometer height. It's about 50 kilometer height. And the temperature of the troposphere almost at the equator is minus 80 degrees Celsius. At the poles at minus 45 degrees Celsius. It's minus 45 degrees Celsius and minus 80 degrees Celsius at the equator. Clear? So from 10 kilometer to 50 kilometer, up to the 20 kilometer remaining the temperature is constant, but after that it is increasing. Okay. There is another pause, that is another changes we have found, that it is called stratopause. It is called stratopause. Clear? It's called stratopause. And what is the important characteristics of stratosphere? The important characteristics of the stratosphere is main concentration of the ozone gas, O3, ozone gas. Ozone gas are mainly found in 10 to 50 kilometer, but maximum it is concentrated at concentrated at 50 to 35 kilometer. Clear? Ozone mainly found from 10 kilometer to 50 kilometer, but maximum concentration is from 15 to 35 kilometer. That's why it is called ozone layer or ozone sphere. Sometimes it is called, the stratosphere is called ozone layer or ozonosphere. Okay. And there is another pause between stratosphere and mesosphere. It's called stratopause. Clear? They are vary from the temperature. Again, what is the characteristic? Temperature decrease with height. Temperature decrease with height. Temperature increase with height. Then again, temperature decrease with height due to stratopause. Okay, clear? And the next one is, so what is the main characteristics of stratosphere? It is clear. Ozone, exactly. And what is the, why it is important? Why it is important? Exactly. The ozone protect us from the ultraviolet radiation, which is coming from the sun. Exactly. And what is the effect of the ultraviolet radiation? Skin cancer. It causes skin cancer, malignant and non-malignant type of skin cancer. Okay. Next one is mesosphere. It's approximately 18 kilometer. It's approximately 18 kilometer. 80 kilometer. And there is another pause. There is another pause. It's called mesopause. हाँ 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 ठीक है mesopause. Okay, clear. So there is another changes between mesosphere and ionosphere. It's called mesopause. EAUS. Okay. And what is the approximate temperature of the mesopause? It's about 100 degrees Celsius, minus 100 degrees Celsius. It's about minus 100 degree Celsius. Clear up to this portion? And the next layer is ionosphere. What is the important characteristics of ionosphere? There is an important particles, that is electrically charged particles. It's called ions. It's called ions. That's why it's called ionosphere. That's called, it is ionosphere. Okay. And what is the importance of ion? The incoming solar radiation, sorry, the radioactive transmitted it, which is coming from the go to the Earth's surface and directly reflect from this ionosphere and reflect back. Radio transmitted wave is go through this portion to the ionosphere and get reflect back to the atmosphere. That's why we are here the different type of broadcasting system, radio, television, etc., etc. And the last one, the last layer, it is called exosphere. It's all about, and the height is the ionosphere is 80 kilometer to 400 kilometer, and it is up to the 400 kilometer to, it is marked with outer space. It is marked with outer space, the last layer of the atmosphere. Thermosphere, actually ionosphere is called thermosphere. Why? Because the presence of the ion, it is increased. The normal up to the situation क्या था कि temperature decrease हो रहा है, but from this portion temperature increase with the height because of the presence of the ion. That's why it is sometimes it is called the ionosphere. And radio transmitted wave, which is go to the directly here and reflect back to the Earth's surface. That's why we are hearing different type of satellite system like TV, radio, television, etc. And the last layer, which is mainly the last layer of the troposphere, that is exosphere, which is merged with the outer space. Clear? So these are the composition and structure of the atmosphere. We are complete this chapter. Next day we are starting our next portion. Okay? Just press. Thank you all of you.